Throwing over the middle, and it's picked off Jeremy Chin. And Washington will be going to the NFC Championship for the first time in 33 years.
There are a generation of people that have waited for this. A generation of people. It's been a long, long road. And you know what? This isn't house money. No. This is our time.
You know what time it is? Winning time.
Three things, man. First one's this. Ball is life, man. Top five tonight. We talked about being heavy hitters, and you're for damn sure heavy hitters now. From the first day we got together, it's on our wall. Anybody, anywhere, anybody. All right. Love you guys. Let's find out where it is tomorrow. Take our show back on the road.
Yes, sir.
What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb here, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. So, it's championship week this week, guys. We're playing in the NFC Championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, that should be an interesting matchup. I truth be told, can't wait. I'm kind of jittery about it, to be honest with you. I'm looking forward to the trash talk. I'm looking forward to the competition. I'm looking to put an end to the Eagles season. And before we get into that, guys, we got to get into the news because it's been a busy week this week, and let's get into it. First things first, let's give a congratulations to Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels has officially become Pro Football Writers of America's Rookie of the Year. Bravo, my man. He as if this was really a surprise. He's had an amazing season. If I'm not mistaken, he is the 12-time Pepsi Rookie of the Week. Never been done before. In fact, he broke a record with that. Rushing record for quarterbacks as a rookie. He's thrown over 25 touchdowns. He's had over 3,500 yards. He is just a playmaking machine. And he's a game changer. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This team was 4-13 last year, and he's turned it around to a 12-5 team. You might as well say 14-5 if you add the playoffs. I mean, he's an amazing rookie, and we can't take this for granted. This kid is amazing talent, generational talent, and if you ask me. Also, just so how generational he's become. He has the most offensive yardage for a rookie in NFL history. And that yardage, 5,113 yards. With guys behind him like Cam Newton, and Andrew Luck, just to name a few. I mean, it's an impressive resume for a rookie year. I mean, we can't just overlook this. This has really been an amazing year for this kid. So bravo to him. In coaching front office news, Cowboys have mutual interest in Anthony Lynn, the running backs coach for the Commanders this year. If you look at how the running game has been this year, Anthony Lynn has been a major contributor to it. We have become if I'm not mistaken, the number 5 team rushing in the for offense this year. That has been. You look at how B-Rob, Eckler, McNichols, and Chris Rodriguez has been playing this year. Excellent job by all of them. I mean, you can't overlook that. Yes, Jaden has played a part into it, but it's the fact that you need to have a strong running game in order for you to go ahead and get those option plays. So credit to Anthony Lynn. Me personally, I wouldn't take that job. And it's not even just a knock on him because I'm a Commanders fan and I don't like the Cowboys. I'm just keeping it a buck real quick. As long as Jerry Jones is in that position, you're never going to get the success that you really want to get. Because here's the thing, you go ahead and have a successful season. Look at Mike McCarthy, who just left. Had 13 win seasons. And whenever he was supposed to be getting the credit, who gets the credit? Jerry Jones. He's a GM and the owner, and as long as he's there, it doesn't matter. You don't exist. You're just there. But here's the thing though, if you lose, you have the credit all to yourself. So yes, do you really want a job like that with a toxic owner like that?
All in the videos.
Always out here trying to take the credit that you really deserve. Don't go there. Let's just keep it a buck. And speaking of toxic franchises, the New York Jets just had their second interview with our assistant GM, Lance Newmark, who is trying to become their new general manager for that position. What is my thoughts on that? Lance Newmark, it's not often that you're going to be able to be offered a GM position. But I would say this because with the recent success that you have gotten over the years, I think it's probably best to stay. And the reason why I say that too, not just because I'm being a homer, I'm looking for the best opportunity for their position. It just seems like it's a toxic situation over in New York for the Jets. You have the Aaron Rodgers situation, so that's a thing right there. You also have the owner that you have to worry about who's not picking up players because their son said their Madden rating wasn't that great. Am I supposed to really take these guys seriously if that's the case? It's a shitstorm. They haven't been to the playoffs since early 2010s. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2011 or 2010 when the last time they actually went to a playoff. Not to mention, when was the last time they actually won a playoff? We're not even going to get into that. That's too much to even think about. But I'm also looking at it from the standpoint of this. Lance Newmark, you want to get your position to put your stamp on as a GM. But the also thing, I'm looking at it like this too. If you're supposed to be the GM, you're the person who's supposed to be making the coaching, hiring the coaches, if I'm not mistaken. We did that with this team. Adam Peters was the one who hired the coach Quinn. So why go to a place where, congratulations to Aaron Glenn, who just got the recent promotion to become the new head coach of the New York Jets. Unless because you had ties to him because you actually were in Detroit before you came here, why would you go ahead and take that job? I just don't think it's a good situation over there. But hey, I may be wrong. I mean, who the fuck am I? I'm just a fan. But if the opportunity comes, I mean, if you feel like you can turn it around, go and take it. There may not be another position like this ever for a while. So I mean, who the hell am I to sell? I will say this though, Alex Smith has been in the news as of late because there was a debate on Get Up on ESPN, and pretty much, you know what, I'm just gonna let them say it.
Listen, he is phenomenal, and I agree with Dan. He is right there.
Yes. Yeah.
But the weapons he has, the offense he plays in, like Patrick does more with less than any.
Nigga, what?
That's true. I gotta move away from you for a second. That's true. Hold on. We talking about the weapons that he has. Excuse me, you talking about Washington? What elite weapons Washington? Like, hold on now. Don't sit here.
Don't yell over each other.
What we're not going to do is sit here and act like the Washington Commanders have like the greatest show on turf type weapons at their disposal right now.
Yeah, nah, bruh. Nah, that ain't hit. You ain't about to sit here and tell us that Patrick Mahomes just is working with less. No. You have a Hall of Fame tight end right there. Terry is a Pro Bowl receiver. I love Terry. Terry ain't a Hall of Famer yet. I mean, and that remains to be seen. He is a great player. Hall of Famer? Nah, he ain't there yet. He's got plenty of time to prove that. You have Hopkins, DeAndre Hopkins over there. You have Hollywood Brown. You have Xavier Worthy, who's a speed demon. You have a great offensive line over there. What the hell does Jaden Daniels have? I mean, we finally getting playoff Yami off for 2 games this year. We have Olamide Zaccheaus. He came off a retread from last year from the Eagles. We have Brown from the Texans earlier this year, and he's injured for this year. I mean, everybody was sitting there talking about how much of a shit show this team really is, and then all of a sudden that you're trying to just say like, oh, you're trying to move the goalposts and saying that we're actually got more talent over here. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know, moving on. Philly fans just calling out Frankie Louvu, basically calling him Vontae Burfict, calling him a dirty player. Shut the fuck up forever, okay? Look here. You're mad because Louvu knocked out Hurts. Hey, Hurts, why don't you slide? So this way you don't get put to the ground the way violently that you did. You didn't just slide. You went ahead and tried to go full speed trying to truck somebody, and you end up trucking your head into the dirt. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm saying, look here. It's one thing if you're like Vontae Burfict, just nailing motherfuckers continuously in the head, just doing it purposely. It's another thing when you actually are just in the moment and this happens. He did not try to take out Hurts. He's not a dirty player. This is an unbiased opinion. I'm dead serious. If you look at this guy's game, he's not that type of guy. He's physical as fuck, but he's not gonna go ahead and try to put a man out of the game. Come on now. And then as far as with Jared Goff this past week, my man, you're a quarterback trying to take out the person who just picked you off. You're free. And like, if we can knock you out, we're gonna knock you the fuck out. Get out the way. There's 10 other guys that should be making the play. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Don't be a hero. You already fucked up. Don't be a hero. Just go to the sidelines. You fucked up. Okay. But yeah, going on to the injury list this week, and man, this. It's an eventful one right here. So let's start off because as of this recording, it's about 7 o'clock on Thursday, at 7 a.m. Thursday. And the Thursday participants have not been put out there yet. But as of right now, as we know, Sam Cosmi is out for the year with a torn ACL, so he will not be in. I don't know why they put him in. Usually they would have put him on IR at this point. But yeah, obviously he's not playing. Zach Ertz, Cleveland Farrell, Dante Fowler, Deron Payne, Bobby Wagner, all did not participate on Wednesday. It's just like a Vets Day, so but they'll be playing more than likely on Sunday morning, on Sunday's game. Limited was John Baptiste and Olamide Zaccheaus, and the rest of the players on the team. John Bates, Tyler Biadasz, Brandon Coleman, Dominique Hampton, Frankie Louvu, Jeremy McNichols, and Ben Sinnott were all full participants. We expect everybody pretty much except Sam to not be playing this week. So it looks pretty good on our end. As far as with the Eagles is concerned, the 2 people that did not participate this week was Dallas Goedert and Cam Jurgens. I think they're probably still gonna make an appearance this week. But as far as like limited play, you had AJ Brown, Brayton Covey, Jalen Hurts, Lane Johnson, Quinyon Mitchell, Josh Sweat, and yeah, they were limited. But the last two who were full participant, Kenny Pickett and Byron Young, yeah, they were full participants. Now, as far as the big news, as far as the injury list this week, quarterback Jalen Hurts took a mean hit this past week. He was sacked 7 times this past week, and he took a lot of damage, and he ended up messing up his knee. Now, I still haven't seen footage that's out there as far as him working it out or anything like that, but he's expected to play. Also, Quinyon Mitchell, he was knocked out the game this past week on a shoulder injury. So we will find out as far as what his status is later on this week. So we'll find out then. Usually they don't go ahead and put out the information, mainly because they're just trying to hide it from the Commanders, and vice versa with the Commanders and the Eagles. You don't want your opponent to know exactly who's going to be starting and who's going to be in and out until you have to. But moving on, keys to victory this upcoming game. It's going to be a tall task, guys, but we got to contain Saquon Barkley. We can't have him running loose for. You might as well put it in the stats right now. He's gonna have over 100 yards. He's gonna have the touchdown. At this point, just minimize as much as you can. He's a 2,000-yard rusher for a reason. You need to contain him as much as possible, because you need to make Jalen Hurts beat you. Because as of late, if you've been looking at some of his stats right here, it ain't it. Jalen Hurts is not doing this thing when it comes to the stats. I'm not saying it has his stats, but he's not consistent as far as he can't even get over 180 yards. Like, let's keep it a buck. He has not been producing the way that he should be as a top quarterback. And it's not just because, hey, Saquon Barkley came here. He wasn't doing the same thing last year. Honestly, I feel like because with the injury to his knee, and I'm still convinced that something's wrong with him mentally because of the hits that he took this year. If you look at it earlier this year, when we played in the first game, Frankie Lou, in my opinion, I think he knocked him out. And they put him in the blue tent. He came right back out, but he just hasn't been the same. He had a good game against the Steelers, and all of a sudden, he just hasn't been the same. He's not playing well at all. Like I said, he can't even get over 180 yards passing. So, I mean, you have to make him be the one to beat you. I've been saying this the whole entire playoffs. Owning the line of scrimmage on both sides. Offensively, yes, we took a hit with Sam Cosmi, but I think as far as because Dan Quinn said that he was going to go ahead and try to put out the best offensive line players out there. So I believe in him. I think that as far as this whole entire playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, we only have 1 sack. So that's saying a lot. And shout out to OG Bobby Johnson with that, because we've been doing a damn good job as far as protection wise this week. I think we have a situation. I think we're capable of making it happen this week. On the offensive side. Now, on the defensive side, we have to. I seen what happened with the last game as far as with Saquon Barkley. Yes, he had a big first quarter, but after Hurts got put out the game, he wasn't the same. You take away that 75-yard touchdown that he had. I think he only averaged he only had 70 yards on the day. Yes, it was a huge run, and yes, it put a big dent into it. But come on, win time of possession. You gotta win time of possession, guys, because hey, I mean, you go in there and just keeping them off the field. Having a great offense with holding the ball is the best defense to go ahead. I mean, you look at the last 2 games. I mean, we won the time of possession in Tampa. We won the time of possession in Detroit. We do the same here. We can do this. We've beaten this team before. I mean, the first game, we held them down for 3.5 quarters. And because JD wasn't the same player, we didn't get the game that he should have played. And I'm not going to use that as an excuse, because the same thing happens with Jalen Hurts. You ain't in there. That's part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. You just have to deal with it. Now, moving on to it, I think that as far as like we definitely showed you, hey, even though we turned the ball over 5 times, we did put up 5 touchdowns on the best defense this year. That's not, and by a rookie. 21 of those points were in the fourth quarter. It's crunch time. I mean, like, seriously, this team is very much beatable, and we showed that. And I mean, and if we have to, we'll show it again. Because my score prediction for this week, I'm gonna go with 27-24 Commanders. And that's pretty much how I feel about this game. But as my final thoughts is concerned, Seth Joyner was talking real spicy this week. Bet you're wondering who the hell is Seth Joyner. Seth Joyner is a former player, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. And basically he said this.
Jaden Daniels, would you say he is already the 5th best quarterback in football? If the top 4 in whatever order are Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, and Josh Allen, do you think he's 5?
I don't give any young guy that kind of respect. Show me you can do it from year to year. I'm not giving you that in 1 year.
Even if he beats Eagles?
No, we had, how many times have we had 1-year wonders? You know, so let's wait and see before we start crowning guys. Yeah. He could go completely in the tank next year. And, you know, here we are talking about, you know, what a great rookie year he had. And by the way, they don't stand a snowball's chance in hell of winning here on Sunday. You know that, right? Now,
yes.
Hey,
I don't think it's that definitive, James, but you said it.
James, make sure you take that and play that all damn week, all right?
Drop of the week.
Yeah. They ain't got no respect for us. They really don't. Okay, that's fine. Tampa didn't have no respect for us, and look at them. They're in Cancun. Detroit didn't have any respect for us, and just look at Amon-Ra St. Brown right now. He said he actually might go to Cancun with his brother. Yeah, man. And since they want to be disrespectful, I could be disrespectful too. Because this just shows how Philly is. Because and here's the thing, wrestling-wise, because yes, I am a wrestling fan. I think they're one of the best when it comes to wrestling. They're a pillar in the wrestling community. But when it comes to these sports teams, man, fuck all that. I'm being hella disrespectful right now because they disrespectful as fuck. So I gotta return. I gotta be petty. So yeah, and yeah, this just shows how great Philly is when your own the mayor of Philly does this.
Take some questions, any? Well, listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
How could I ever take you fucking serious? Like, seriously, Philly. Oh, man. Anywho, guys, it's been a pleasure, guys. Leave a comment and leave the comments down and tell me what you think as far as the keys to victory, score predictions, thoughts on the injury reports. Tell me what you thought about Seth Joyner, the mayor of Philly. Yeah, this is you can't make this shit up. It's Philly. It's Philly. It's always sunny in Philadelphia, man. Anywho, guys, left hand up. Who are we, the Commanders? Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Peace. Yo, you made it to the end of Off the Bench. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Man, look it ain't gonna cost you that much. It ain't gonna cost you anything at all. Just press that like, that share, and subscribe. Help a brother out, man.